Hello, Persuasion class. Curtis here again. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about the Paleolithic diet. What is the Paleolithic diet? Well, the Paleolithic diet is a diet based around fossil evidence, suggesting the diet that man and early hominids took in while in nature. The diet itself is somewhat strict. I will not lie to you. The diet itself includes virtually no inventions of agriculture, meaning that there is no grain, so that's corn, rice, wheat. There's no dairy. There's no legumes, peanuts, soybeans, things like that. A common misnomer is that peanuts are actually nuts. They are not. They are legumes, as they grow underground in a shell, and that is what defines something as a legume primarily. The Paleolithic diet itself is the most chemically sound diet that human beings can take in because as our bodies were evolving in nature, above ground vegetables and fruits as well as meats made up virtually our entire diet. Dairy and grain only became part of the human diet as a result of agriculture and therefore has nothing to do with the way that our bodies existed in nature. A little personal background for the Paleolithic diet. I made the switch to the Paleolithic diet in May along with a fairly rigorous exercise program. I've lost 50 pounds. I feel and look entirely different in a much, much better way. The diet itself has panned out very nicely for me. In terms of the Paleolithic diet and my knowledge of it, I became a somewhat layman expert when I was searching for a new diet to sort of change my lifestyle to a more fitness-based lifestyle. I found the Paleolithic diet. I found dozens of scholarly articles and medical studies I've done on the Paleolithic diet and its health benefits. As it is a high-fat, virtually no carbohydrate diet, it instigates a process called ketosis. And ketosis is the process of your body burning strictly fat for its energy source primarily instead of using carbohydrates because carbohydrates are an imperfect fuel when it comes to human beings. Carbohydrates, long chain or short chain, complex or simple carbohydrates, have to be first converted to fat in order to be burned by humans for energy. This is an imperfect process, and therefore it leads to a lot of storing of body fat we wouldn't want. However, in a high-fat diet, where fat becomes the principal chemical energy that your body utilizes, your body not only burns the fat from the chemicals that you bring in, however, it also burns your personal body fat in order to keep you energized. For about 2 weeks, you will feel lethargic as your body makes a switch to ketosis and burning fat for energy. But after that, there is really no diet I've ever heard of or experienced that makes you feel better and gets you the results physically that you want. If you guys are interested in the Paleolithic diet and making a switch, there is a site called ultimatepaleoguide.com. I built my diet there. It helped me lose 50 pounds and really changed the way that my body felt and changed a lot of aspects of my life. So thank you very much, guys, for listening to my topic, and I hope you guys have a great day. Okay, so as the formal presentation has concluded, I chose to do the Paleolithic diet because it is a close to my heart type subject. I made the switch to the diet, and honestly, it's changed a lot of aspects of my life. I feel so much better. I always have energy. I never have that heavy feeling from having eaten foods. In terms of the persuasion technique that I chose, I used a testimonial as my persuasion technique. However, I chose to be more of a fact-based, somewhat expert testimonial because while I'm not a doctor or a chemist, I do understand the basic aspects of why the Paleolithic diet works and how it was formulated and how it makes sense just because it's very natural and human bodies themselves that exist in nature use the Paleolithic diet to survive and for energy. I presented a lot of scientific evidence from ultimatepaleoguide.com. The other article that I really highlighted was from sciencedirect.com. It's an article on food chemistry. So yeah, that's in terms of my reference material, ultimatepaleoguide.com, foodchemistry.com. That's a medical journal, and it's a digestion chemistry article done by Dr. Pavel Kalak, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. It's really fascinating stuff. This was, like I said, a subject close to my heart and something that I think a lot of people, if they made a transition to a paleo diet, would see why certain people feel so passionately about it, so that's why I chose to do it. So, Professor Orr, thank you very much for a good semester, and thank you everybody for watching this video. Alright guys, we'll see you in your own videos. Talk to you later.